Hello, welcome to the Blue Tower here in Manchester. This is a Blue Tower production. This is a James and Warren lockdown movie talk because someone somewhere is always in lockdown. I am James, your host.
And I'm Warren, his co-host. We've been away, haven't we, for two weeks?
Yeah, well, we haven't been doing this for two weeks because life gets in the way.
Yeah, we just been missing each other, haven't we? We're just like, I've been here, you've been there. Just been doing things, haven't we?
Like ships in the night.
Yeah. So what we got this week to come back to?
We've got Blind Date.
Laura Deaths.
Yeah, Laura Deaths. But it's not the Blind Date Cilla Black edition. No, it's a movie Blind Date from 1984. Nico Mastrakis. I hope I'm saying that right, Nico. I'm sorry if I'm not.
Nako. I don't know. It's an erotic thriller, isn't it?
I don't. It's an interesting one.
Yeah, not a thing that you want to watch on a bus or on a train.
Oh.
Anyway, well, all that. Welcome to the podcast.
Yes, so Blind Date, 1984 movie by Nico Mastrakis. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's I think it's sponsored by Walkman, the mobile cassette player.
Walkman. Yeah.
Walkman. There's 3 Walkmans in this movie. I don't know if Walkman allowed this or they were happy for it to be included in this sort of movie. I don't know, but they were the big thing back in 1984.
I was loving a Walkman. I was I felt nostalgic. I even went online to even look for a Walkman. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Job done.
It was it was an interesting. I was on a train and on a bus and a train due to works going on between Manchester and Rochdale. And I had to watch it on buses and the train. It's not the kind of movie you kind of really want to watch. It's got a lot of flesh in it. There's a lot of flesh.
Bit of blue for the.
It is.
Blue.
It goes. I say, what's it? What's? Hang on. Should I do the synopsis?
Yeah, do the.
Sorry, I've
synopsis.
I'm a bit rusty on this. Okay, so a blind Adam. Josh Bottoms? Josh Bottoms. Is it Bottoms?
I thought it's Joseph Bottoms as Jonathan Ratcliffe.
Jonathan, yeah. So why is it? Do you know what do you know what his job was? What was his job?
I think he was a producer of adverts.
Nope.
I thought that's
no.
What
he
was
wasn't.
it?
He was the accountant. He was an accountant who
right.
worked for the movie for adverts.
Adverts, right? Okay.
And that's why he was there. Weirdly, and like the producer wouldn't tell him how much things cost, so why was he there? But anyway, blind Adams, Jonathan Radcliffe, whatever it's called, was with a computerized eye implant, sees enough to identify a surgical slasher. Yes. So his day job is admin for a movie that is taking place within a...
No, it's admin for... it's advertising.
Advertising.
Yeah.
Which is primarily in supermarkets, isn't it?
Well, he gets to choose the models because he's got a portfolio of models as far as I can.
And he needs to
out.
cost how much these models cost. That's why he gets the address. So hang on a minute. So he goes in and he sees a woman who he recognises, doesn't he?
Hang on. Right, are we right? The synopsis. What was it again?
So a blind Adam,
yeah,
with a computerized eye implants sees enough to identify a surgical slasher.
Right. Okay. Right. It's 2 weeks since I've seen this. So, but I remember. So our guy Jonathan, we get a flashback, don't we, where he's on a beach, and the camera's behind him and this female, and it focuses in on these two on the beach at night, and the woman is shown to be assaulted or attacked, and he can't do anything about it.
Well, because there's two or three people, isn't there? There's two or three people attacking him.
So he feels guilt about what's happened to we assume his girlfriend.
Well, yeah,
and through a bit of storytelling, we gather that this female has blamed him for not protecting her. Yeah. So now he feels guilt and remorse about not doing enough for his girlfriend. Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So she must have been a model in the industry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she leaves him, and he doesn't know where she is.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, he's on a job, doing his jobbing stuff, admin or accountancy at a shoot.
Right.
And then he sees her and goes, "Oh my God, that's her. That's my girlfriend who I've not seen for God knows how long."
But they're not in America. They're in where are they? South Africa?
No. We'll get to this because I got confused. I got very confused with this. I don't know where they were going. But
yeah, but they're not in New York.
No. So we'll get to that. So Jonathan, right? So Jonathan, after being abandoned by his girlfriend for not protecting her, has hooked up with prime Kirstie Alley.
Who's from Cheers?
Yes, prime Kirstie Alley from Cheers. She was gorgeous back in the day, absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And if you want to see Kirstie Alley topless, then this is the movie for you.
Well, this is before. This is 1984, so this is before. This is what before Cheers.
So this is before Cheers. So she just starting out in a career. So she plays the girlfriend of Jonathan. Does it say what she does? I can't remember if it says what she does. She definitely works in an office. I know that much. She might even work for the advertising agency.
I don't know. It's very. I don't. She might be just in the same particular. Yeah. She's not his boss. Is he a boss? No, he won't be.
So she hooks up with. So she's now with him, and there's a bizarre scene in the movie where they're making love in the bedroom, naked, of course, naturally, and then all of a sudden the friends burst into the room and then sing awkwardly "Happy Birthday" to him.
That was very strange. It was like, oh bloody hell! Oh,
it's just like.
Oh, and then he even looks. He was, "Oh, you guys, you goofy guys."
That's just a bit weird.
Wah.
So during the first half of this movie, we then get glimpses of a guy who we don't see the face of killing random women.
He's driving a taxi, isn't he?
He's driving a yellow taxi, very distinctive taxi, and I first thought that
with a distinctive broken engine.
Well, yeah, we'll yeah. So at first I thought it was going to be Jonathan who was this serial killer.
Oh, hang on a minute. Are we going to mention who was one of his pickups?
Well, that was later in the film, so we'll come back to that. So where was I then? So we get glimpses of this person who uses a surgical knife, kills women. So he picks these women up in a taxi, and then kills them.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He uses a surgical knife, and throughout the movie, I just think it's our main guy.
Yeah. So I thought, so I think that's what the movie wanted you to believe.
So we're following this serial killer, and he's killing women by picking them up and killing them. So Jonathan, on a job at a mall. It's a very famous mall, by the way. Do you notice the distinctive lifts? It's been seen a lot of movies. That
would it be Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah. Other films, I think Jingle All the Way, something like that. But that particular mall. In fact, it was even in one of our films. Other films we watched. Where was it now? With the Max, where he was in the mall and he was taking food off people. Was it Scanners? Scanners, yeah, it was Scanners.
Oh yeah, it was Scanners. Yeah.
So he sees her and he goes, "Oh my God, that's my girlfriend." So he then starts to research her and where she lives.
Well,
now.
he has, doesn't he not have? Well, because he has to pay them, so he's got all the information, doesn't he? He's an accountant, so he's got all the information. Or does he ask for it? But he definitely gets all the information.
So he's got this book of all these models, and he starts looking into her, and he finds out where she lives. So then this starts to go into stalking territory, doesn't it? So he starts to stalk her. And at one point he gets on her roof and actually goes into her flat and finds out that she's seeing a doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. So he's like, oh no. So he then starts to stalk both of them, and he ends up following them in a car, and they park up, and then he's hiding in the bushes, isn't he? Watching them.
Well, I wouldn't say it was hiding. It was like kind of in plain sight, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And he got bloody spotted.
Yeah, so he got spotted by the new boyfriend, the doctor, who then chases him.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden he's running around in the dark, and then bang, he hits his head.
Yeah.
It's not shown how he hit his head. Is it a tree?
Is it just a branch? Just a random branch.
So he gets clocked on the head, and the next scene he's seen in a hospital. And the doctor's looking at his eyes. Now, this bang to the head has caused him to become blind.
And they don't know why.
No, they just don't know why. Everything works. Everything's normal. They just cannot...
The doctors say you shouldn't be blind. Everything is working. What do you mean everything should be working? But no, you are blind. You are absolutely 100% blind.
Oh, I think we forgot to mention about the killer. He's got a Walkman, hasn't he? And every time he goes killing, he puts his Walkman on and listens to classic music. So that's Walkman number one.
Yeah.
So he's in the hospital blind, and he can't see. So he's stumbling around all over the place. Kirstie Alley's sticking by him, and he's upset, and he ends up. He says, "I'm fed up with this. I'm going to go out."
Yeah. Well, he goes. He's only been blind for a couple of hours, and he thinks, right, great. Well, I'm ready for this. I'm going to go into a big bad city, completely blind. Let's do this.
So, right, this is where I got a bit confused, because I thought there's a line of dialogue in this movie that was saying, "We can't stay here because you're blind. We're going to go back to New York." Wasn't there?
Well, yeah. Well, that's he's in Africa or something, South Africa.
Not in Africa.
Where is he?
He's in Greece. This whole film is set in Greece.
Right. Okay.
Because you can see the big what's that ruin called on top of the hill, Acropolis. But you can see it plainly in the background. It's Greece. All the letterings are Greece. So he goes out into a subway. He calls it a subway.
Well, he's American, isn't he?
Yeah, but I don't get it. I don't understand. Are the filmmakers trying to say this is New York? It's plainly not New York, but he keeps saying it's a subway, and Yeah.
it's definitely referenced that he was supposed to be in New York, but no one speaks.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
it's like when we go abroad, I just sometimes call. I don't know. It's just what you say, innit? It's like it's a subway.
But when he goes into the subway, so he's got his little walking stick, which comes into play, by the way. Keep a note of that. So he's in a subway, yeah, with his little stick. Then all of a sudden, 3 hoodlums, who are obviously supposed to be New York ruffians with the leather coats, yeah, are walking down and they spot him and they beat him up, don't they?
These are quite goofy characters.
Yeah. So these 3 people have no right to be.
I have no idea why they're there.
Yeah,
Maybe they're on holiday.
Possibly.
Maybe they had a package holiday.
But it's bizarre because like they're so obviously supposed to be.
Oh, they're English, aren't they?
No, they're American.
I thought they sounded like English. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter anyway.
Possibly. Oh, I can't remember now. So, anyway, so they beat him up. Don't they? They beat him up and leave him there. So that's a plot that's going to be revisited. Kirstie Alley finds out about this. She also finds out about his love for his ex-girlfriend, don't she? Because he has to try and explain why he was out in the woods. So she's not happy about it. So in the meantime, we are then still getting these shots of this mysterious taxi driver killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like you said, the second. So he picks up this woman who we're very familiar with, and she is Dana Troy from Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah, Deanna Troy. So she
Maria
took this.
Citrus.
So she took this. She took it up.
Certis.
She was in this movie, and about 2 years later, she got the big break of Deanna Troy.
Yeah, but she didn't have a speaking part in this.
In that Star Trek Next Generation, and she plays a hooker.
Yeah, so she gets picked up by this killer.
Yeah.
Again, a bit of blue, bit of blue.
And this is when I was on the bus on the train.
See,
and I was like I was looking around there. I was looking around me thinking, oh, hang on a minute, is someone gonna see this?
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. So she's dispatched. So
with the surgical what's-it and a Walkman
in play. Right. So Kirstie Alley has got some friends in high places who doctors. So she says they've got this miracle device that can potentially save our guy's eyesight. So the doctor says to him, it's all experimental and it's not reversible. So if you do it, your eyesight will be lost forever.
Mm.
And in a blink of an eye, our guy goes, "Yeah, I'll do it."
Yeah, go on.
Go on.
I don't care. Just do it. I think to myself, if you had any chance whatsoever to get your eyesight back, you have a little think about it, really.
Yeah,
and it's like you just sit. This is a sit down situation.
Describe what I'm going to be seeing to the last detail.
And
in fact, get someone to view it.
Yeah.
And just say, well, if it's rubbish or not.
I know, and he just literally just nah, sod it. It's not worth it. I'll just do whatever you want to do. That's it. And so then this is where the science bit comes in.
Yeah.
So his Walkman comes in again.
So he goes into surgery, and about 5 minutes later, he's out of surgery, and the doctor then explains to him that the Walkman that he's been given sends signals out to objects, and the signal then bounces back. So it's like a bat.
It was over explaining something to a point where I was like going. It was like I literally don't understand what. Just say this thing works and it goes into your head and you can. But he was literally explaining the details of the science of it, and I was like going. I don't know. Just put it in. You press play and you stop, and it can record stuff, can't it? It records
stuff as
everything
well.
you see.
So he says, right, we'll switch it on, and then it's just like.
We've not even mentioned the fact this guy is obsessed with a computer game.
Well, that comes into play afterwards, but we'll
He was playing it though. He had 6 screens, TV in his bedroom. Do you remember that? He had six TV screens in his bedroom. He was playing them. At the beginning of the thing, I was thinking, why has he got 6 TVs playing one computer game?
I can't remember that.
Yeah, I thought it was weird. Anyway, go on. Anyway, yeah, there's so much going on this movie. There's so much things just going on.
Yeah.
And it's like it could be like 5 different movies, but it's just put it in the pot. Let's do this.
So we've got the best 1984 can offer in terms of augmented reality. It's a lot of lines. So if you can imagine, all the objects in your room are just outlined by a white line.
I would say, do you know what it is? I think it's like the Matrix when it goes green and it's like. You remember the Matrix?
No, it's not even that. It's just fucking.
Well, it's similar to it. It's like a little bit similar to it. It's like when you get the tech off and you see it's just all lines and numbers, and that's what it kind of reminds me of that. But it's white and a little bit more crappier.
Yeah. So there's no kind of detail. I mean, you can tell that something's a door or a fridge. You can see people, but you can't. There's no.
No, you can't see anybody's face.
You can't see anyone's face.
It's like, I mean, I would have said that to the guy before he did it. So,
Yeah.
Listen, you're gonna have basic vision.
Yeah.
By the way, Windows are gonna screw with you.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere near the windows. And by the way, again, you can't see anybody's faces.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, these are the side effects, by the way. And you've got a limited time on your Walkman because the batteries run out.
I think it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
No, it's 3 hours because his brain will fry.
Right. Yeah. He can only wear it a couple of minutes or a couple of hours a day. That's it.
Yeah.
You got because your brain's gonna get.
So all this stuff is told after the surgery.
I would have gone, what, Doc? Why didn't you say this beforehand?
Yeah.
The window thing especially.
Yeah. So Jonathan seems to be very happy with this surgery because he straps on his headphones and he's cock of the walk. He goes through strolls out of the hospital and like everyone's staring at him, and like he's like smiling away, and like everyone's looking at him. I'm like, why is everyone looking at him? He's just got headphones on, and
this was this in the office?
It's like the office, the hospital, and he's strolling.
He goes into because he's blind, isn't he? So it's like everybody's like, oh wow, look at him, he's blind. He's walking cool like.
Yeah, but not everyone knows that he is blind because his eyes aren't milky or.
Yeah, but he's in the office, so you would have presumed that people talk. I mean, like if I was blind, everybody would say, "Oh, he's blind." So then you walk in one day, "Hi guys,
Yeah,
I look normal. Don't mind the Walkman, by the way. Let's go to work."
yeah. So strolls into Kirstie Alley's office and says, "Voila, I'm back, baby."
Fancy a date?
Yeah. So he's still obsessed with his ex-girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he then decides he's gonna go back to the flat and enter it again via the roof thing again.
Yeah.
So you just see his perspective and the white lines and
you can't fucking tell what's going on.
Yeah, and I'm just getting anxious just even looking at me on this roof.
It's just man.
It's the edge of the seat stuff here. It's just like he just cannot tell depth. He can't tell anything, but he managed to get into the flat, get into the flat, and then he sits next to her while she's asleep, and then his cassette runs out, doesn't it?
Fucking hell, yeah.
So then he's like scrambling away, trying to get a new battery into his cassette.
Not a battery, like 6 little tiny batteries.
Yeah, he's got six little batteries into his bloody Walkman. and then he just sees this outline of a female on a pillow who could literally be anyone. So he sees her, then does one, and then whilst he's walking away, he's like walking, and then he hears the taxi drive past. Then he hears a scream, doesn't he? He hears a scream, and he's like, "Ooh, what's that? What's that?" And then he runs up some steps, and then through his vision, he then sees a door open and a figure appear.
Right, yeah.
And he got and then for some reason he then does the killer try to slash him, because that's why he runs off. He tries to slash him, then he runs off up the stairs, and he ends up on the roof with his special vision. So that's how he gets to meet the killer.
I think I might have missed this bit, because I might have either fast forward or just I don't know. I think I might have not seen it because it was light at the time. So and that's how. But he recognises the vehicle. That's what he's banging on about.
So he then goes to Kirstie Alley and goes, right, I've seen this person. I think he's a killer. And then
don't go playing detective.
Yeah, don't stop playing detective. So we then get now we get a montage here. So we see him in bed, don't we? He it's hard to describe this now. So he's in bed, and you can see him with his white walking stick. Do you remember this scene?
Yeah.
It puzzled me. In that scene, you can see him doing pull-ups, dumbbell like with his walking stick. Do you remember that? So like weightlifting, he was doing that with his walking stick. Now this walking stick's it looked plasticky, didn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't understand
why he was doing it.
Yeah.
I was like, what else is going on in this movie?
What is that all about? And then
he's melting stuff.
Well, he's them. So he then wants revenge on these hoodlums in the subway. So he goes out with his new device, his Walkman.
Yeah.
And he's standing there.
Well, you could see he was melting. He was melting stuff. He was melting like oil, and not oil, but metal, wasn't he? He was melting. He was an ironmonger. He was just melting. Right. He was melting it. It was like,
I missed that.
Where's he got this from? Where's he got all this metal from? What's he doing? Why is he doing all this?
So the whole purpose of that scene was him then reinforcing his stick, his walking stick. So he's building himself up. So he goes back to the subway, and these hoodlums come back down and go, "Oh, you're back." And then he switches on his little magic thing, and then through the power of his reinforced walking stick thing, he then proceeds to
take him out.
Pow. 3 people with his new stick, and he wanders off. Job done. So he's dispatched these 3 hoodlums.
But then he chucks his
from the hood.
He chucks his walking stick actually on one of the individuals and nearly crushes him. The final one. He drops it and he goes blonk. He goes, yeah, there you go. Yeah. And then he kind of he walks away whistling, or he I don't know, he sings a song. Does he sing a song? I can't remember the song that he sings.
I can't remember.
And he spent all this time with his making this massive, this heavy stick, and he just goes, there you go, on these 3 random individuals, and then he just goes he walks away like he's nice and happy. Have some of that, and that's it. That's whole story arc done.
So, right, so this Walkman has obviously got a recording device. He records everything he sees. So he plays back the time when he met this killer. So he then proceeds to listen to it and watch it. And through all of this, he then identifies that this one vehicle, which, by the way, you can't see any details of, but he hears that it's got a very distinctive engine sound because it's broken. He says it's, I don't know, it makes a very distinctive sound, doesn't it?
Out of the millions of cars.
He's like, oh, right. Well, that's it. But then, he then goes to his video game, doesn't he? And then plugs himself into the video game.
Yeah, he says, I can put it into my Walkman. This will be great.
Yeah. So then he has this Matrix type of incident where he enters this bloody video crappy game. I don't know what it was, but he gets inside the game, and then it short circuits his brain.
Yeah. Falls asleep or something.
He falls asleep, and so this does this then? It's very unclear. Does it help him identify who this person is?
I've got no. He has a right. Okay, so he has a flashback to when he was a kid. He has a flashback.
I can't remember.
When he was a kid. So this little kid is running around with a little red Mac on or something like that, and there's no reason for it. I was like, right. So he's had a memory from when he was a child, and it's unlocked. It's unlocked an image in his head, and it's like, well, what's the point? Well, what? Hang on a minute. So what's the point in that? Why is this mentioned? Why is he doing all this? Why is he done? I don't know. Well, I simply I don't. I kind of like. I think I might have like phased out at that particular point.
I was watching it and I got.
There is so much going. There's so much going on in this movie. I said this is another one where it's just like, well, okay then.
A lot of information, but it's just so. It does this thing with his computer, and he has his revelation, and he realizes he must go back to his ex-girlfriend. So he goes back to her flat, realizing that she is in some kind of danger. Now, throughout the movie, again, the serial killer has his Walkman on. He's in a yellow vehicle, and then you see him getting out, and he's got trainers on. Do you see that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So he's got trainers on.
Does he? The blind guy? Does he get in a car? Doesn't he, to go back?
He gets in his car.
Yeah.
And
he smashes out the window, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he can't see through. He can't see through the window, and then he screeches out, and an angry driver goes, "Are you blind?"
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh dear! So he manages to get the. So he's got the worst car in the world, by the way, hasn't he? Considering he's supposed to be an admin and he's an accountant.
That's shocking.
So it's the worst car in the world. So he goes through the streets of Greece / New York to his girlfriend's address because he thinks that she's in danger. So he's lurking now. And then he hears a vehicle, and then we see a yellow vehicle approach the flat, don't we?
Yeah.
We don't see who it is, what it is. We just see this yellow flash coming up, but he can hear the sound of the engine. He goes, "Oh my God, that's it." The car door opens, and out pops a foot. And it's not a trainer. It's a very nice shoe, a brown shoe. So I'm thinking, oh, that's not his trademark. This killer always wears trainers. Wears trainers. And then it's revealed that it's the boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, right. So why is he here? Has he made some kind of mistake?
No.
Well, then Kirstie Alley, meanwhile, broke into the flat and finds out that Jonathan, has got a profile of his ex-girlfriend and the address. So she thinks, oh my God, he's gone round there again. And suddenly she starts running off.
Yeah. She gets in a taxi as well.
She gets into a taxi,
Oh dear, yeah.
and there's a man in there, and it's a yellow taxi.
Mm.
And he starts driving off, and then she has a panic attack because at the moment I'm thinking, oh my god, is that the killer there?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
That's the killer. Then she's got and then
What are the chances?
So she stop the car, and this guy's going what, and then she gets out and starts running for her life, and then I'm like, oh right, okay, and then
it cuts to
she's in the girlfriend's in the pool, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's waiting for her doctor surgery fella.
left a message for him. Why don't you come downstairs
Yeah.
and go for a swim?
So Jonathan is now in the shadows in this pool area, and they're both in the pool, and then Jonathan shouts out, starts saying, You're in danger, and then the doctor surgery guy goes, who is that? Who's that? And tells her to stay in there. At this point, I'm thinking, bloody hell, Jonathan's gone off the rails here. He's stalking her, and now he's doing this. And Jonathan gets hold of the doctor's clothing, don't he, and sees the surgery stuff, the scalpel.
Yeah, he does. He for some reason he goes through it, and with his crappy vision, finds
Yeah.
So he goes, huzzah!
Yeah.
It's a guy who's been murdering all these women.
So the revelation is that Jonathan, I don't know how he's managed to figure this out, has figured out that his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend is not a surgeon, as he's told her, but in fact a serial killer who uses surgery knives to kill women.
Yeah, because I think he wanted to be a doctor, and he was refused.
Yeah,
no,
and he owns a yellow vehicle which he pretends to be a taxi driver and kills women. So that's the big twist.
Yeah.
So he then proceeds to chase after Jonathan, and Jonathan managed to kill the doctor, or the killer, should I say, because he's not a surgeon. And he goes back. He's still in the shadows. He doesn't reveal himself, and he goes, I saved you, and she's like, who's that? So it was a redemption story about Jonathan saving his girlfriend,
his
ex-girlfriend, like he should have done beforehand. So he managed to save her from death. I'm assuming.
From a serial killer.
Yeah, from a serial killer. And then he walks out, and then Kirstie Alley's there, and they run up together, and they meet each other, and they start kissing, and he says, I love you, and they walk off into distance, and the film ends. Boom, done.
Well, that's what it is. It's like then it just goes, oh well, there you go. I've just kind of killed someone.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to leave the body there, and then that's it for me. That's it. We'll get a taxi, shall we? And have some dinner. There's no police involved.
With his crappy vision, he's happy as Larry. There's no suggestion of an upgrade. I was expecting that sort of happy ending where he didn't have to use a Walkman to see for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. So he's off with Kirstie Alley, and he's happy with life. Job done.
He's found a killer. He's got his girlfriend.
His girlfriend, and he's got a crappy sight.
It's and then it all kind of ends really, and that was kind of it really. Yeah. It was an erotic thriller. It was released in 1984. There's on the Wikipedia there is nothing really on it. But it's just like the premise, and that's it. I don't know. It was all over the place. I didn't. I mean, what do you say about it? It's just.
I like the twist. I wasn't expecting the twist. It gave. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't expecting the ending like that. But it took leaps of imagination to get from point A to point B for him to realise that this person was a killer and not a surgeon.
Yeah,
and then, like I said, it was a bit creepy how he was going through the roof to spy on his ex.
Yeah. There's one reviewer here. The story is so loopy it could possibly make the viewer go temporary blind. It's just fucking awful.
And like I said, the location just was a bit confusing because obviously it was in Greece, but it suggested that they were in New York.
Okay,
which was a bit bizarre. I didn't quite understand that.
Right, there is on Rotten Tomatoes there is 0 reviewers here on there, but on the audience scores, what do you think the audience scores are for Blind Date?
Is it percentage or
percentage?
30%.
Oh God, nearly. It was 38% audience score for that. I mean, I guess it's all right. I mean, it was just so much in it. There was so much random crap in it. It could have been easily about 5 films all in all.
Yeah.
I think you had the sci-fi element, then you got the killing bit, the murdering bit. Yeah, it was all over the place, and there's nothing really. There's no sequel. Then Kirstie Alley went on to bigger, better things. And she went on to Cheers. She did. She was in Star Trek. Was it Wrath of Khan? I can't remember. She played. Oh, Search for I can't remember.
Yeah.
She was in one of them. She's mainly known for Cheers, isn't she?
Yeah, where everyone knows your name.
Where everybody knows your name. Right. Let's go. Let's do my little thing, shall we?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on this. Don't quote me on this.
Right, yeah. So this was in, was it 1984?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a look at the top 10 movies of 1984. Domestic box office worldwide. Here we go. So it was a massive year for the movies in 1984. Number 1 was my favourite, Ghostbusters. 2 was Beverly Hills, and I'm gonna go for the third one in that particular one. I've tried to find some kind of random ones that you may not know. It's more of what is it now? Here we go. So this is one. It was kind of like, I think it was a middle one. This particular movie of a trilogy, I'm going to say. So it's the middle one. Or was it?
Right, go on.
So here we go. This is the first one. I keep telling you, you listen to me, you live longer.
Sorry, I was miles away then. If you listen to me, you live longer. If you listen to me, you live. I can't. I was thinking James Bond, but you said it's a trilogy, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
What was it? It can't be Star. Is it something to do with Star Wars?
Nope. Another one.
Die Hard.
No.
Terminator.
No.
Oh, okay.
Wear your jewels in bed, princess. Yeah. Nothing else shocks you? Nothing shocks me. I'm a scientist.
I'm a scientist. Nothing shocks me. I'm a scientist. Nothing shocks me. I'm a scientist. No, I don't know.
Okay. You're gonna get killed chasing after your damn fortune and glory? Maybe, but not today.
Chasing your fortune. No, I'm struggling with this one.
Really? Oh my god, right, okay. Oh my god, is he nuts? He's not nuts, he's crazy.
Oh, is it? He's not nuts, he's crazy. He's not nuts. Oh god, is that Short Round? Is it Short Round that? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom?
Yes. Yes.
It's a pre. Well, they said it was a prequel, didn't they?
It was a prequel, yeah. It was the middle one, the prequel to the first movie that came out.
Yeah.
And it was a trilogy, yeah. And that came out, yeah. It was the second one. Oh well, yeah. It was, yeah. Not many people know that, but well, some people do.
Yeah.
Well, now they know. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and it came out, yeah, 1984. It was indeed Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Yes, and how much did that make? In a minute, let's have a look. So that made it was £179 million. Opening weekend box office was 25 million. Yeah, 25 million in the first week. So that was my. Don't quote me on this. Right, okay, so we've got yours next, haven't we? Right, okay. So explain to people what it is. What do we do?
Yeah. So it's Who Synopsis Is It Anyway? And we are using a book that was produced with 80s VHS cover, and what Warren will do, VHS video cover art. And what Warren will do is he will read out the title of the movie, and if I get the synopsis right, I will get 3 points. If I don't get it right, and he has to read the tagline, if I get it right from that, I will get 2 points. If I don't get that, he will then describe the artwork, and I will get 1 point from that.
Nicely explained. Here we go.
The game show that is sweeping the nation. Sweeping the nation. Whose synopsis is it anyway?
Right. Okay. Right. Here we go. This book is really, really heavy. It's massively heavy. Right. Okay. So the title is Mayhem.
Mayhem. God, that could literally lead anywhere. That mayhem. Is it a drug that induces people to go insane when they take it, and this is being weaponized by the US government? And we have got one person who is fighting back and perhaps has even got a cure for mayhem. I thank you.
Absolutely nothing.
I thought that was a very good movie.
I think the one word you got was drug.
Right, okay.
And then the rest was nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So the drug... so it's...
Would you like me to read the synopsis? Would you? So the tagline. Is it tagline next?
The tagline, yeah.
Okay, so if you get in his way, he'll have to kill you. Full stop. Their mistake was to push him too far.
Right, okay. So it's going to be a classic 80s trope here now, isn't it? So we've got one vigilante who is out for revenge because a gang of ruthless drug dealers have either imprisoned, tortured, or killed a wife or significant other. And this one person who's probably ex-Vietnam veteran is out to revenge his family. Yes.
Right. I'd probably give you half a point on that. Maybe give that because you mentioned kidnap, other significant other, one person. Yeah, I would say that.
All right, so I get half a point.
Maybe a point, 2 points. Is it 2 points?
2 points for synopsis.
Right.
Sorry, tagline.
Okay, right. Well, I'd probably say yes. I'd probably say yes because this is quite the mouthful. Okay, so you want to hear it? Okay,
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes.
Okay. I say, okay, here we go. The bloody saga of two strangers brought together by a common need to find the woman they've lost. Right. Okay. Rachel has run away. Misty has been kidnapped. Right. Nothing will stop Dino and Ziggy in their pursuit of the woman they love.
I love triangle.
Well, yeah, but who's this Rachel then? And Misty has been kidnapped, so which one do they love? Doesn't make any sense.
Sounds like a stripper name, Mister.
I don't know. It's weird. On one side of this, it are pimps, the dope pushers, the child molesters, and an unsympathetic police force. On the other side are Dino and Ziggy, a sawn-off shotgun and a .35 Magnum. Between them, they turn Hollywood into a war zone.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Plot point, I have no idea. Which woman would they love? Because who's Rachel? Rachel's run away.
Yeah. So is Mister.
What? But Misty has been kidnapped. So who are they going after? Why does Rachel run away?
If any of our listeners out there, the Chekhov Army, have seen this, please let us know and give us a review.
And who do they love? I don't understand it.
What's the cover?
Well, it's just a bloke in a vest, big muscles, pointing a weapon, a shorn-off shotgun.
A shorn-off shotgun.
And it's not a point. Yeah. There's a car seems to be on fire. There's a man on the ground. There's a stripper stripping. And the title's got mayhem, and it's all got blood on it, and it's all cracked like. Yeah, some pictures at the back of it as well. It was it was released in 1987, but no actual artist was ever accredited to it. So it was just distributed by Castle Communication PLC /IVS Video UK, and that was.
Who synopsis is it anyway?
Yeah.
The game show that is sweeping the nation.
Nation.
The game show that is sweeping the nation. Sweeping the nation. Whose synopsis is it anyway?
That'll do, won't it? Okay. Yes. So that's the thing. So we are gonna come back next week, aren't we?
Yeah. Just got to try and find movies on Amazon for free. We do have Disney Plus as well. There's not much on there. Although I did see a movie on there, Disney Plus. It's a horror movie. I did mention it to you before.
Blind Man, Slender Man.
No, it's not Slender Man.
Empty Man.
Empty Man. It's the Empty Man. It's a good little horror movie. I think they could make it into a franchise.
Right. Okay. I went to see the Suicide Squad the other day
Yes, Suicide. Yeah, it's good.
again.
It's good.
There is an actual cameo in that. Do you know about this? There's an actual cameo.
Is there?
Yeah, it was one of our first podcasts that we did. Remember that?
Oh, not Swamp Thing. Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. So there is a cameo of the actual director
What was there?
of
What's it called?
Trauma Vision.
Trauma.
Trauma Vision.
Trauma Vision. Yeah.
And it's in the bar.
Yeah.
It's in the bar what they go into, where the Suicide Squad go into, and when they enter the bar, there was an old man on the right hand side, and that is the guy who does Trauma Vision
Oh, is it?
on the right hand side, and it even credits within the actual credits of the movie. It says Toxic Avengers. The Toxic Avenger. Thank you very much for blah blah blah. Toxic Avenger. They used something in it of Toxic Avenger. So I don't know what it was, but they used something and they credited the Toxic Avengers within the Suicide Squad.
Right.
So if you're watching that, you can see it. And
a little Easter egg for the James and Warren
yeah,
lockdown movie talk.
yeah. So if you see it, or if you see anything else or like that, you can get in contact with us via via the email.
Yes, we've got an email address, woodcop@bluetowermanchester.com. That's woodcop@bluetowermanchester.com. Always glad to hear from the Chekhov Army out there all over the world. And you can contact me on @woodcop771 on Twitter and on Instagram at James Roberts Johnson.
Yeah, you can get in contact with me as well at Mr. Beard MCR on everything basically on Instagram, Twitter, and that's about it really. You can also listen to me banging on about stuff on my other podcasts, the Chef One Pandemic. You can get that anywhere. I normally do it on Monday and Tuesday. I was going to do it Fridays, but I'm a bit tired. So I didn't do it. And What's New Movie Review, I didn't do the one this week, by the way. Sadly, I was just too busy. We was looking at flowers, weren't we? It was looking at flowers.
Yeah, RHS Salford.
No, it was Bridgewater.
Yes, it's Salford.
It's in Salford, but it's called it's Bridgewater. It's in Salford. It's very nice. I recommend if you're going to Manchester for a holiday, the trams and the trains are back on.
Yeah. Well done, trains and trams.
So if you are coming, please come. It's nice weather as well. It's kind of nice weather. It's warmish, not too cold. But yeah, if you want to come to Manchester, come now. And that's about it. Got anything else? Recommendations?
No, not really. I can't think of anything I've watched.
Ghost season 3's on BBC One at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I've started watching that. So it's very funny. It's very funny.
It's great. It's a lovely little series. I mean, the series is out now on BBC iPlayer, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm watching it through.
So I recommend that. I'm gonna do. Well, I've got a DVD of Paddy and Max that someone's lent me. So I'm gonna do a bit of a deep dive on that. So it's even got commentary. It's even got the commentary, so which I'm pretty interested in. So I'm going to do a bit of a deep dive on that. And yes, Quantum Leap is on streaming now. It's on Sci-Fi. All 5 seasons are out. This is pretty big. It's been 30 years since it's been on because they couldn't put it on because of music rights within the series. Because like many old TV series have music in them.
Yeah.
And because of music rights, they can't put it out. But now, for some reason, you can watch all 5 seasons on Sci-Fi. I did my first episode, I think, about a week ago. I'm going to do a part 2 of that. I think when I'm going to watch it. I don't know when. But yeah, that's quite exciting. I'm quite excited about it anyway. But yeah, so busy, and I'm busy working and whatnot. So we will speak to you. Well, we'll speak to you next week. Hopefully next week.
Soon.
So we're sorry for taking 2 weeks off, but we'll try and be more
Regular.
punctual,
regular,
and of the irregular. Okay. Okay. Catch you later. Bye.
Stay safe.